Hello everyone, welcome to Golden Heart Tarot. My name is Renn. I hope you all are safe and happy. Today we're getting general messages from your divine counterpart.
Now I've labeled the groups as Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and Divine Plus, but these are gender neutral readings. It's about the energy. The labels are only there to help me navigate the reading towards those specific energies.
So if you are drawn to more than one group or a card more than another, follow your intuition. All right? Group 1, the Sun card, are messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Group 2, the Moon card, are messages from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. And 3, the Star card, are messages from the Divine to Divine Plus. Divine Plus is anyone that does not resonate with Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine energy for whatever reason that may be. Okay? So let me show you the cards real quick. These are messages to Divine Feminine. Messages to Divine Masculine. And messages to Divine Plus. We'll have one big shuffle at the beginning, but if you want to jump straight to the general messages or your chosen group, the timestamps will be in the description box. I'll see you there. All right, everyone, this will be our energy cleanse and shuffle. I hope you all are doing okay. It's been a wild couple weeks for the world. Over the next few days, let's do something good for someone else. Whether that be paying for the meal for the person behind you in the drive-thru, or donating to disaster relief, or volunteering some time at the shelter, or even just holding the door open for someone, or giving someone a compliment that you see every day. Those tiny things really add up. And if we all do something like that, then the world will be a much better place. It's the butterfly effect. One tiny thing can make a huge impact. Holy Spirit, angels in my ancestral army, thank you for your protection and guidance. Please give us a clear and accurate reading. Allow the divine to shine through in positivity and clear the space of all negative energy. Do not allow my current life experiences to cloud this reading in any way. Send protective and healing energy to those watching this reading. In genuine service to the collective, amen. Hey everybody, this will be our general messages. So we have Oracle card number 50, No Place Like Home, Greater Invisibility, Confidence, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Magician, we have Shy, and Elephant. Strength, power, wisdom, intuition, longevity, maternal instinct, stability in life, physical strength and invulnerability, endurance and a desire to live a long life, and Mother Earth. So for numbers here, we've got the number 5 and the number 1. So I see that as having the self-confidence to manifest what you want. It's like having the confidence to take action on things that you know are right for you. And the Queen of Wands embodies that energy as well. The Page of Pentacles can also be about manifestation. And then we have confidence with the Peacock card. So, wow, okay. It all kind of ties in together, doesn't it? So I see this a lot as being comfortable in your own skin, confident in your abilities, understanding that home is something that you carry with you, not a place that you go. Being authentic in yourself. So for signs, I'm getting Leo, and also Aries, and a little bit of Pisces. I also see this as being authentic to yourself, even if it makes you uncomfortable. I think confidence is the key to your success here. I mean, you do not want it to move into an area where it is about vanity and arrogance, but there's nothing wrong with self-love and being proud of who you are and being proud of how far you've come. I mean, positive self-esteem is not bad. It's very, very good, actually. I'm going to take a look at your Greater Invisibility card real quick. Because there's something about the Shy card that doesn't quite fit, right? Yeah, there's something that you're not seeing here. It's something that you have that is innately you, that you are not utilizing. And with the Magician, I'm getting this, it's a gift that you have. It's something that you hide. It's like it's a gift that you're underestimating. Like you don't see it as something worthy. It's like you're underestimating how good you are at this talent that you have. It's like you're looking at everything except that. The reason behind that will be different for everyone. So what's your hidden talent? What's your gift that you refuse to admit that you're really good at? What is your hidden gift? It's something that you're underestimating, or even something that you don't even realize how good you are at it. But with these cards, it's definitely there. It could be something that you actually don't feel confident in. So let's say that you really enjoy singing, but the thought of singing in front of a lot of people makes you very shy. It's something that you are not confident in as far as sharing with others. And I think Spirit here is saying that you have a gift for it, whatever it is. It's something that comes easy to you. It's a gift. It's something that's innate. It's like home to you. It's something that you carry inside. This is probably something that you have been doing your entire life. It's like some people that are trying to grow and develop their voice. Maybe you never had any of that training, but it's something that you do just naturally. And it's something like you've been singing since you were a child, right? And just singing to like on the radio or something, but you never saw it as something that you could use as a career or that you could use to make something for yourself. With the Elephant card, this is something that is definitely part of you. It's as much a part of you as anything else. With the Page of Pentacles, this is something that you could develop and study and turn into a business for yourself, something that will give you stability. The Queen of Wands is the best businesswoman. So, and all of your tarot cards have aspects of manifestation in them. So this talent is something you can manifest into bringing you stability. And that there's no reason for you to be shy about it. You should be confident about it, because it is something that's so ingrained in you, something that is so internal in you. It's something that's so comfortable to you. It could also be something that you do when you feel uncomfortable. It's something that you turn to. So that's our message. Share your hidden talents, all right? Okay, I'll see you at your group. Hello, group 1. If you resonate with the Sun card or with the Divine Feminine energy, this will be your reading. In the description box, I have listed a Bible verse, angel number, and a song for you if you want to check it out. We're going to see what messages the Divine Masculine wants to give you today. I'm going to lay out oracle cards first, and then we'll get to tarot. We have oracle card number 29, Breathe. We have Prayer of Healing. Rest. We have the Around and Around. Treasure. The number 7. Intuition, self-awareness, mysticism, inner wisdom, and Butterfly. Let me take a look at your Sun card real quick. So with this card, there's a sense of being reborn through fire, like the phoenix. This where he's kneeling down on the ground reminds me of the 9 of Swords. And then he's reborn into what I see as the Emperor. Your energy is the sun that's behind them. Your energy burns them to a crisp and then molds them into who they're supposed to be. And you can't help it, it's your energy. You know, he's not running away from this. He's actually in one spot, just taking it. It's like they know getting close to the sun is going to cause a lot of pain, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. So maybe if your masculine has been running, they're not running anymore. It's almost like they're accepting defeat in order to win the war and be someone that can withstand your energy. Someone that's worthy of it. And you don't have to do anything to make this happen. It's just you being you. For overall energy, they see you as someone that calms them. Someone that's intuitive. Someone that takes care of themselves. Someone that's magical and also in their own little world. Someone that's risen above all of the struggles that have been thrown at you. They definitely see you as a healer and that you heal people. I'm seeing a clock face, so there could be something to do with time. Divine timing, maybe. I think you're very close to your spiritual team. You have a lot of protection around you. Your divine masculine is very attracted to you. They have a lot of sexual energy towards you. I think they believe there are others around you vying for your attention, but they want to be the one that hits the mark. They want to head straight towards you. No wavering. You all might be in a period of separation or rest right now. You've headed back to your respective corners. I think you're both healing right now, separately. Catch your breath from all of this. I think for a lot of you, it's been a very crazy ride. I think the divine masculine is trying to find how to get to the treasure. It treasures you. I do think they treasure you quite a bit. But it's like they're confused. They just keep going around and around and nothing, it just seems never ending. Like they just can't get to you for whatever reason. They want to head straight towards you, but they get caught in this around and around phase. I mean, their thoughts go in circles too. They go back and forth. I think their thoughts always come back to you. The Oracle card is 29, which makes it 11, which is a master number. The number 11 and 7 go together very well because it is about intuition and awareness. They look at you as someone that's very spiritual and as someone that has a lot of wisdom. They might not understand it that way. They could just see you as having a sense of calm in that you seem to have things figured out, or you have a knowing about you that they don't understand. Now the butterfly is about transformation. So renewal and rebirth, just like the Sun card. It's also about emotions and spirituality, playfulness and joy. I think you bring out a playfulness in them. And I think they want to have fun with you. Okay, so that's what I get from these. So let's get into your tarot. Okay, we have the Three of Swords, the Empress, the Four of Pentacles, reversed, Six of Wands, reversed, Justice, reversed, the Two of Wands, Page of Cups, reversed, the King of Wands, or no, King of Cups, wow, the Five of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay, there he is. We have all signs represented here, but extra credit for Saturn in Libra, Mars in Aries, Capricorn, Scorpio, Jupiter in Leo, Venus in Aquarius, Libra, and Leo. Well, Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine does not want you to know that they are feeling a lot of emotional pain and heartbreak over you. They do not like being cut off from you. They also don't want you to know that they have plans in the works to come towards you. So I see a confrontation. It's a feeling of it being over before it even started between you and your Divine Masculine. This is something that caused you an immense amount of emotional pain. It seriously hurt you. 3 swords to the heart. This is a situation that, although it brought you into an Empress energy, where you have grown and transformed through the pain of it, it has halted your progress in some ways. It's held you stuck a bit and you don't really know what path to take. It's almost like you planned for a future that didn't happen and you're having to plan for a different future going forward. This is a situation that taught you a lot of self-respect, self-control, and you've discovered a lot of things about yourself in the process. You had to reevaluate what was important in the situation. You had to give up a lot of things. I'm seeing that you've walked away from this situation, you've let go of it. I think there were a lot of broken promises and instability with the situation. You've been mistreated in this situation. Something happened that was unfair. You've been left to pick up the pieces and try to create something out of it. And although you've been delayed in moving forward, you still are doing so. And you should be proud of the things that you have accomplished so far in dealing with everything that's happened. As far as the Divine Masculine knows, he broke your heart. He sees you as the Empress, and he sees himself as the Page of Cups reversed. Emotionally immature, or emotionally selfish, like just not up to your standard by any means. And that's really difficult for them. You make them feel bad about themselves. And it's not that you do anything or say anything to them. It's just your energy. You make them want to be better, but they feel they have a long way to go in order to do that, to get on your level. And yes, they have resented you for it, for making them feel small. It took losing you in order to realize that they were blaming you for their own insecurities. It's been a very hard lesson. For some of you, there was a choice to make between you and someone or something else, and they chose the someone or something else. They realize now that you're gone that that was the wrong decision. At one point, they felt that they won something over you. It was very much a game. It was a hollow victory. It was about them winning over you somehow. It was like a competition. And it didn't matter how hurt you were or what they had to do as long as they won. But they came out as the Six of Wands reversed. They didn't win anything. I mean, look, the King of Cups and the King of Wands are both looking at him. They acted out of character for them. And they know it. They absolutely know it, especially right now. They've been holding back from you communication, their feelings for you. Some of them might never have told you anything, but they definitely have them. But they are very emotionally immature. They go between wanting to just blurt it all out and spill it and having mastery over it and trying to understand it. Understanding how they feel. Why they feel the way they do. So the King of Cups is a master over his emotions. They've been through all the cards below them. I think they want you to know that they are reevaluating what's important and they're letting go of things that don't serve them. They really do want to open up and share with you. I think they have been doing a lot of growth. I think the realization of how badly they hurt you really has made them level up in some ways. I mean, going from the Page of Cups reversed to the King of Cups is a huge jump, and there's nothing in between it. Still not as good as an Empress, but it's a hell of a lot closer. As a King of Cups or a King of Wands, you can actually step towards the Empress and not feel too bad about yourself. The Divine Masculine realizes that they mistreated you. They realize that the relationship that you had was unbalanced. They realize that they're going to have to come clean about any deception if they come towards you. They realize that in order to get you back, it's going to be hard won because there's a lot to make up for. They've been avoiding thinking about what they've done, and they're also delaying moving forwards. They just kind of sit there wondering what they should do. Now, the Empress is stable and mature and nurturing. The Divine Masculine, when he is being emotionally immature, can view her as smothering and wanting to move too quickly or get serious too quickly. And I think they've also seen you as having unfair romantic expectations of them. Now, you might not have said anything of the sort to them, but when they're in their shadow feeling insecure, it's much easier to blame you than to face their own insecurities. Now, they want to take direct action to restore balance in this connection. They realize they have been foolish in their behavior so far, and that it's going to take a lot of work to get back into your good graces. They do realize your value. I mean, they see you as the Empress. And by you doing your own thing and working on yourself, this is allowing them and giving them their space to mature. This is allowing them to move into their own confidence and grow and evolve. Now, the King of Wands does things his own way. His energy is one of action and passion, and he really wants to make things right. He doesn't want to think about it. He doesn't want to feel anything about it. He just wants to do it. Like, he understands the feelings, he understands the thoughts behind it, but he is action. And the Divine Masculine knows that he needs to show you that he is going to do right by you. All right? So, Divine Feminine, I'm going to pull a couple cards here and see what advice we can get from Spirit. As far as your situation goes here. And I'll show you the last few cards of what's kind of on their mind. Spirit, what advice do you have for our Divine Feminine energies? Okay, we've got the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. One more. And the Ace of Wands. So I think with this, Spirit is saying that you need to continue to build and develop your own security. Building a strong foundation for yourself, body, mind, spirit. Working on your financial security, your long-term success, your own growth, your own potential. And each day that you're working on yourself, you're becoming more and more powerful. If some of you are wanting to turn an idea into a business, you should really consider doing it. With the Ace of Wands, there's no better card for the start of an enterprise. So yeah, you're really building your abundance and your stability. It's amazing. There are only good things coming towards you. All right? And look at your Divine Masculine down here looking at this big ass wand. Her wand's bigger than my wand. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Divine Masculine that has really messed some things up, the fact that he's gone from a page to a king in a big jump, just one big jump, is no laughing matter. That's a huge transformation. So you working on yourself is making them work on themselves. So keep doing that. And the more you do that, the more they're going to work on themselves. All right, so the last few cards here, we have thighs. Yeah, they are feeling very sexually attracted to you. Of course, you're the Empress. Who wouldn't be? Soulmate. Yeah, buddy, you are soulmate. Divine Counterpart, all that jazz. Style. Yeah, you have a lot of class, Divine Feminine. They really are enjoying your looks and how you're coming across. And money. Yep, you're working on your money and your abundance. And they see you working towards something, which is really pushing them to do the same. So, oh, I just looked at the bottom of the deck on the cards. We got the Lovers down here. Yeah, so, well, Divine Feminine, thank you for joining me. Keep your heels and your standards high. All right? If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hello, Group
Bye-bye.
2. For those of you that resonate with Divine Masculine or the Moon card, this will be your reading. In the description box, I have listed a Bible verse, angel number, and a song for you if you want to check it out. So let's see what the Divine Feminine has to say here. We're going to take a look at your oracle cards first. So we have number 14, Truth Be Told. Freedom of movement. You saw that big old deck of cards I had. Like, this card wants to come out all the time. Work. Fox. Physical or mental responsiveness, increased awareness, cunning, seeing through deception, ability to find your way around, to be swift in tricky situations, Affinity with nocturnal activities and dream work. Raccoon, adaptability, looking at the entire picture. Shapeshifter, transformation, revealing all the facades of your personality. Power. And copycat. Well, the Divine Feminine is very busy working on themselves. They're keeping themselves busy. I believe they see you as doing the same. Some of the Divine Feminines really want you to open up to them. They want to know the truth. I think some of them also want to be open and truthful to you. And I think some of them can't help but be open to you because they feel like they are seen by you. They really want to drop all of the facades and just come clean about everything. An honest conversation. You may be dreaming about your Divine Feminine a lot. I think the Divine Feminine has gone through a transformation recently. They may not be acting the same way as they used to. They may not look the same as they used to. You may believe that they can see through deception and that they can see through you just as much as you can see through them. Yeah, I'm getting a lot that they are moving differently or acting differently than they were before. And that's kind of throwing you off a bit. I think for some of you, you really are focused on your work a lot and trying to maintain or take your power back in the situation. Because being open like this, an open window, is very personal. And you have to have a lot of vulnerability to do that. And it's not something that you can force someone into. And I think for some of you, you feel like you're being forced to do that, or that's what they want of you. For some of you, it feels like they're a different person now than you met. And you could feel justified in having held back from them because they've switched up on you. Let's look at the Moon card and your Freedom of Movement card here. I think the Divine Feminine is actually a fantasy for you. There's someone that you wish for, but there's a little bit of sadness with it as well. It's like it can only be a dream or something. The Moon card in the Major Arcana is about illusion and anxiety, vivid dreams. It's also about intuition. And I think intuitively you know that this is your person. Some of you may feel like you've dodged a trap and you don't want to give up your freedom. You're armored up, you're running past things. You're you can't catch me. You're very guarded. Yeah, I see you focused on your work, on your money. It's yeah, you're just trying to keep from being grappled. Trying to keep from being restrained, getting tied down. If you are with someone else at the moment in another connection, and that person knows of your Divine Feminine, you may notice that they start dressing in a way or acting in a way or start having interests that the Divine Feminine has. They may be copying your Divine Feminine in order to keep you. Just a heads up for some of you. To maintain power over you. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from Oracle cards so far. Let's get your tarot out and see what's going on. Right, we have the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, Temperance, King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Four of Pentacles, the Lovers in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. Well, the Divine Feminine sees you as their beginning and end. They see long-term success with you, the family life, the whole 9 yards. But they're trying to change their perspective on it, on their ideas of what it's going to look like. A lot of the Divine Feminine have let go of their vision of this with you, realizing that it's not going to happen the way that they envisioned it, or may not happen at all. They're trying to surrender their dream of what they thought this would be. Now, they could have stepped back and are now being very standoffish, or trying to build balance within themselves again. They are very self-focused at the moment and are working on their stability. A lot of them are not focused on relationships or love at the moment, even with you. This does not change the fact that they are still very anxious and worried and have a lot of fear about this connection. They have a fear that you're going to move on and find someone else, that they put a lot of effort into the connection, but it's not going to pay off, that this relationship was all just wishful thinking, and that this is all really over, that it's done. Now, to them, you're coming across as very stable, ambitious, charismatic. They see that you're changing a lot, but they see you as holding back from them as well. All right, for numbers, they're kind of all over the place. There's a lot of like growing and jumping and skipping steps and things like that. But your Oracle card was the number 5. We do have a 5 in this. That's about building your self-confidence, your spiritual growth. It's also the Hierophant in the Major Arcana, which can be about tradition and spiritual wisdom, institutions. But it's also about growth and listening to yourself and finding your own path. We have all signs represented here. Extra credit for Leo, Mercury and Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Mars and Gemini, and Venus and Scorpio. I'm seeing that some of you were caught off guard by this spiritual journey, this path of self-growth. I think your Divine Feminine was there and knew it was going on long before you even considered it. And this led to some misunderstandings, right? And I think the Divine Feminine's spiritual growth and their path has led you to a whole new world opening up for you that you did not recognize or understand. I see a lot of you as being like, what is a Divine Masculine? Like, what is this? What is a soulmate? What is spiritual? Like, what is that? What does that even mean? Like, is this person crazy? Like, how, what is going on? Yeah, I can definitely see that. And kind of finding what it means to be a Divine Masculine. I see a lot of you as just starting out on your path and playing a lot of catch up. Divine Masculine is assertive. They take action on things. They're confident. They are disciplined, objective. They are also logical. They set strong boundaries. They are emotionally mature. They are a warrior. They are a father energy, regardless of gender. These are just the traits that the Divine Masculine exhibits. So there seems to be a misunderstanding between you and the Divine Feminine. There is an uneven relationship. So for a lot of you, there could be some big differences in who you are as people. So there could be large age differences. There could also be cultural differences. There could be socioeconomic differences. The list goes on, and it's for whatever situation you're in. But there is a definite draw towards the Divine Feminine. You will know who this person is for you, because even with all of the differences and how much they are not your type or not what you usually go for, you seem very drawn to this person, almost to a point where you can't help it, right? Now, the Divine Feminine at some point has seen you as being focused and passionate, determined and charming. They saw you as someone that they could build a life with. At some point, you have shown these qualities to them. And the Divine Feminine reacted in a way that was like, let's go, let's do this, let's build this. Okay. And then there was a disconnect because some of you are stuck in a Page of Wands mentality, not the King of Wands. All right. The Page of Wands is a very free spirit. They like to explore, they like to play. They are not serious in any way. Like, they don't want commitment. They are all about new beginnings and changing, and they're very optimistic. You know, there's a lot of energy here. So I think the Divine Feminine saw you acting like a King of Wands, but quickly realized you're actually a page. Now, there's no hate on this. You are where you are, okay? And, you know, the Page of Wands is very exciting. Like, they're fun to be around. You know, and if that's what you're looking for, then that's great. But the Divine Feminine is not looking for that. They're looking to build something. So the disconnect came when you, I've heard it put this way. Like, you apply for a position and you list all of your qualities. Like, you can change a flat tire, you know algebra, and you also know everything there is to know about supercomputers. Okay? And so they look over your application and you get hired. And then one day the supercomputer goes down and they come to you to fix it. And you say, I don't know how to do that. Right? And they say, well, you said that you could. You said you knew everything there's to know about supercomputers. And you were like, well, it's your fault for assuming that I could. You know, your expectations are way too high. You know, but the thing is that you shouldn't have lied on the application, okay? You know, I understand that you liked how the Divine Feminine made you feel, because the Divine Feminine is very loving, very nurturing, very sensitive, very much about community. Like, it's everything like Mother Earth would be, okay? And it feels amazing, right? When you get a taste of it. You know, and you acted like you were ready because you wanted more of that. But when the Divine Feminine turned her attention to you and her expectations towards you, it shed a blazing white light onto you that you could not hide from. And I imagine it was extremely painful because you saw just how unready you were for what she needed and wanted. So maybe this is just for some of you and maybe not all of you. But the Divine Feminine is coming through in these cards and saying that there's definitely a disconnect here. I think that it inspired a lot of feelings of unworthiness and really picked at your insecurities. And that's never a good feeling. It went from feeling amazing to feeling like you just wanted to go crawl in a hole and never come back out. And it's not necessarily anything that the Divine Feminine had control over, even. It's just them being them brought this out. But it started a situation to where now the Divine Feminine is holding back on things, and things are on pause until they know how this is going to go, until they know what energy you're going to be in. You know, you can build with a King of Wands, you know, and the King of Wands inspires you to work on things with them. The Page of Wands, you hold back from a Page of Wands. You know what they want. You know what they're looking for. And if that's what you're looking for, then the Divine Feminine is like, okay, well then this isn't it. Because this isn't where I am anymore. You know, you need to go back in the oven for a bit because you ain't done. Okay? You know? But I think the Divine Feminine also recognizes the fact that they really jumped the gun with you and came on very strong with their expectations, and they're very much trying to reevaluate and temper their expectations. They understand that they need to move with purpose, and they really would like to heal the situation with you and renew your relationship if you are ready to be a king. The Divine Feminine is very worried about this not being possible right now. You know, they're working on their stability and their financial stability and their expectations and their emotions. At this moment, they do not have high hopes for you being in an energy that they can build with. They worry that you're not ready. You know, they're a little closed off to this now. You know, they don't want to go through the pain that they have been through again, ever again. You know, even though a lot of this pain was self-inflicted, they never want to be put in that position again. And they've really been questioning whether that this was even real, whether this was all an illusion, and maybe you aren't their divine counterpart. Maybe they had it wrong. Maybe their intuition was wrong. Maybe even that they're not ready now. You know, they've been doing a lot of self-reflection. So there's a lot of anxiety and worry in this. And they're also upset because they think that you want to build with someone else and not with them. That you don't want this. And if you're in a Page of Wands energy where you just want to have fun for now and just explore, and you know, you're not ready to have any sort of commitment, well, then they're going to hold back from you. Things are on pause. I mean, if the Lover's reversed, you know, this isn't what they're looking for. You know, it's going to end. They have to end it because that's not what they want. That's not what they're looking for. They're not looking for someone in and out of their life or just there for a good time. You know, you're in different places in your life, and it means that they need to look elsewhere, which is where you get the Seven of Cups from. They need to look for another divine counterpart because there's more than one divine masculine out in the world. And even, you know, and there might only be one twin flame or whatever you believe in, but you do have multiple soulmates. Like, you don't have to be together. They want to if you're in the right type of energy and if you want to do this, but if not, then the divine feminine says, okay, well then I'll go find someone else that is ready. It doesn't have to be you. They want it to be you, divine masculine, but that's up to you. You know, they've already made their choice. They know what they want. But is that what you want? And if not, then that's okay. You know, at some point, divine masculine, you chose this. Whether you knew what you were doing or not. There was a point where you said, is this all there is? You started manifesting your divine feminine at some point. Otherwise, you both never would have met. You both had to want this in order for this to happen. Now, it's definitely not worked out the way you wanted it to or expected it to, but there was a point for both of you in which you said that this is what you wanted. So some divine masculines stay in a page energy for a very, very long time. And some others go from a page straight to a king and skip steps and move very quickly onto their divine path. So let's see if we can get some advice for you, divine masculine, on how to proceed. Spirit. Can you get some advice for our divine masculine? Advice for our divine masculine. 3 cards, please. Advice for our divine masculine. 5 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Advice for our divine masculine. 1 more card, please. Or 30. All right. Okay, Spirit. The Fool popped out on top, so I will take that one. Back of deck is 10 of Swords. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of conflict here. A lot of disagreements. There's a lot of tension. And there's a lot of clashing. This could be in your environment and also could be with yourself. Spirit saying you're going through the big squeeze. It's a lesson. This is something that's been very burdensome for you. And this is showing action and work to me, like working on things. So whatever discord you're going through, whether it be external or internal, or both. Like, it's getting to a point with the Ten of Wands that you're gonna have, things are going to come to a head soon with the Ten of Wands. With one more stick, you're not gonna be able to carry it. Like, things are gonna come to a head one way or another. So whatever battles you have been in are coming to an end. You have to let something go. The Ten of Swords. Something has to end so you can go towards a new beginning. We do have 10-10 here. It means you're coming to a completion. It's a completion of all the chaos and conflict. Like, it's going to be over. And so in a way, they're very happy cards. Like, it can't get any worse. Okay? And you're gonna head to a new beginning. Much more happy times. Yeah, you're at a crossroads. And you have to make a choice. Because you're not gonna be able to carry 10 of Wands with 10 swords in your back. Okay? I mean, 2 of them are through his head, for God's sakes. And 1 in the butt, you know? So, better days are ahead. And the Wands are action cards, so you've been doing something behind the scenes. So hang in there. Good times are ahead. Well, that's all I have for you, Divine Masculine. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Snap, I almost forgot your other cards. So we have Lose. We have a blank card. We have Dance Moves. And we have Witch. All right. Well, some of you have great dance moves. I think some of you are having some feelings of loss, like you've lost something. Maybe in fear that you're losing your divine feminine because you feel them pulling their energy away. This could really have taken you off guard. The blank card for me is like deer in headlights type of thing. It's almost like you thought you were winning something and then realized that you were actually losing the whole time. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. And you may need to learn some new dance moves for this. I think you're a bit out of your comfort zone here, right? You might see your divine feminine as a witch sometimes. No, she's not a witch. I mean, some of them might be, but, you know, not in the way that some of you are thinking, you know. No, they didn't cast a spell on you. No, there's no voodoo going on. There's nothing like that. For most of you. Some of you, probably. But I think you're also afraid to lose the witch, so... I'm also seeing the witch card as witch, W-H-I-C-H. Making a choice. So for some of you, it's a choice between 2. Just like with the copycat card that I got. There may be someone else involved who may be a witch. Maybe not. Divine Masculine, you guys really crack me up. No, I think for most of them, they did not cast a spell on you. Not on purpose, anyway. All right, that's all I got for this. Oh my gosh. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hello, Group 3. If you resonated with Divine Plus or with the Star card, this will be your reading. In the description box, I've listed a Bible verse, angel number, and a song for you if you want to check it out. So let's see what messages we have from Spirit for you today. I'm going to lay out your oracle cards first, and then we'll get into tarot. So you have Poised, oracle card number 48. Fork in the Road, which is oracle card number 13. You have Transform and Guardian of Faith. You also have Pisces, February 19th to March 20th, the color light green, affectionate, empathetic, wise, and artistic. You also have Panda, gentle strength, peace, good luck, integration of the feminine and masculine aspects of yourself, heart-centered energy, nurturing, importance of emotions, calm determination, importance of private space and personal boundaries. The number 4, about self-expression and self-fulfillment. And drama. All right. So the number 4 is definitely important here. So we have 4 here, and we have number 13 is 4. And then we have a level 4 down here as well. The number 4 is the Emperor card in the Major Arcana. It's about authority and establishment, structure. I think there's a lot in this pile about coming into union with yourself. With the Poised card, it's about knowing what moves to make and when to move. Sometimes it's better to stay in one spot for a little while until you know which direction to move. The Butterfly is about transformation, so death and rebirth. And I also think with the number 4, with the self-expression, it's being free to express yourself as you see fit, like who you really are, deciding what fulfills you, having your feet on solid ground and being stable, having stability, and letting yourself just go for it. You know, having that firm foundation so that you can just let yourself shine, and that no matter what happens, you're always going to have that stable foundation. It's like being ready, preparing. And the Star card in the Major Arcana is about hope and healing and faith and having a purpose. It's finding the truth within, having a revelation. I think you're divinely protected, but I also see you being committed to cutting things out of your life that do not serve you. And if you haven't yet, you need to. Setting stronger boundaries. Yeah, I see you transforming into a much more authentic version of yourself. And this is going to definitely cause some drama, certainly. Because when you start acting different, the people in your life don't know how to handle it all the time. You may have been procrastinating on making changes in your life or making a decision about which path you want to head down. But as with any change, any transformation, it can stir up a lot of drama with the people that know you because they won't understand what's going on. Like all of a sudden you'll be acting differently. So there's an importance to remain poised, patient, be empathetic, be an energy of peace, be calm, but be determined to do what's right for yourself. With the Panda card, there's importance of private space and personal boundaries. So let's get into your tarot here and see what other messages we can get. We have the Emperor, Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, the Fool, the Devil, the Nine of Wands, the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Well, this is some very big energy just to start off with. You have 5 major arcana in your reading here and 2 court cards. So what I'm seeing in your tarot is that there is a lot of imbalance. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of indecision. Like the Emperor moves at their own pace. They're very logical. There's someone very secure. The Page of Pentacles is the opposite of that. They're insecure. They're about more opportunities, development. The Knight of Swords is about having a lack of discipline, but the Chariot is all about discipline. Even the Emperor and the Knight of Swords is someone that's secure versus someone that's insecure. Page of Pentacles and the Chariot is about moving forward without having a plan. The Fool is about adventure and freedom, taking a leap of faith, but the Two of Swords is about indecision and inaction. With the Devil there, it's about feeling restricted, or things not going the way you want, or feeling burdened. Like trying to decide what is the right thing to invest in. And the Devil with the Seven of Pentacles is like feeling restricted and things not going the way that you want them to. Trying to decide what is the right thing to invest in. Deciding what to work on. There seems to be a lack of faith. You being unsure you can accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. Or maybe even an indecision on what that might be even. I see you feeling very much alone. You know, this just screams trying to fit into other people's expectations of you. And that not feeling right for you. It seems that there is at least one person in your ear. This might be someone, or this might be a group of people that you have a lot of respect for. You have a lot of respect for their advice. These are people that you look up to. These are people that you perceive as having more experience than you. And so you assume that they know what they're talking about, right? Even if it doesn't feel right to you inside. Now with the amount of major arcana on the board, especially with the Two of Swords and the Fool, this is a definite turning point for you. What you're going through right now is going to shape you for the rest of your life. And I think you know this. Deep down, you do recognize that the decision or indecision that you make right now is going to affect you long term. And that is why you're looking to outside sources for advice. And why you're paying them so much heed. The problem is that all of these voices in your ear are stalling you out because nothing feels right. Because what feels right inside of you does not coincide with the advice that you're being given from others. This is causing you a lot of conflict. It really breaks my heart to see this because you're very much in danger of living your life inside of a box that other people built. And you may not see the light of day again for a very long time. This is a life that is going to feel uncomfortable for you. I mean, life's going to be uncomfortable either way, but it's going to be a life based around other people's expectations instead of your own. It's the opposite of freedom. And I think deep down you know this. It's like no matter what decision you make, there are going to be sacrifices. Either way. Big sacrifices. I see you working very hard to prove yourself. It's kind of like you're holding on to your last hope. Because you're asking yourself, who am I trying to prove myself to? Whose expectations are you trying to live up to? Do they match yours? Do you even know what yours are? There seems to be some disconnect here. Something is not ringing true. Something is not right, and it's causing you a lot of conflict. It's making you turn inward. It's also making you afraid. It's like you want to listen to yourself, but you're only investing what you can afford to lose right now. So it's kind of you testing the waters a bit. You might be pushing back against some of these expectations that other people have put on you. You may have started to invest in yourself more. When you start doing that, all sorts of things start coming to light. You see the lantern on top of the turtle shell? You start having some clarity, and you start to realize that some of the advice you're being given isn't in your best interest. And some of the advice you're given is well meant, but not true for the path that you're finding yourself on. You want to be logical and deliberate about the steps that you're taking and the changes that you're making. And the divine is saying that you need to go at your own pace. But you notice the sun in here and the sun there. The decision to be made is that you take your power back. The Emperor is the authority. It's healthy stability. It's structure. And taking care of things in a good way. And I think the Divine is saying that it's okay to take small steps in this. Because every small step you take is going to lead you to take bigger steps later on. But you cannot stay in this energy of being ripped apart. Now, the decision is yours. Now, a lot of people don't have this type of discord. You know, they can go with the flow and listen to everyone's expectations of them and live a life completely fulfilled by that. But that's not you. There's a disconnect here. And you know it. You aren't like everyone else. And go with what other people have said your life should look like. Obviously, from the cards, my suggestion would be to listen to yourself and not pretend like you're something that you're not. But Spirit says it's your choice. You can do whatever you like. It's just going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable either way, just for different reasons. One will feel a hell of a lot better than the other. You know, just because someone is older does not mean that they can give you good advice. I don't know. The older I get, it seems the less that I know. It's like when I was younger, I had such firm beliefs in things. Everything seemed more black and white. And it's like the older I get, the more open-ended my opinions become. I had someone explain it to me this way at one point. You know, when you're young, you have this great big backpack that you can put all of your fucks in. All right? You're like, I give an F about that, I give an F about that, I give an F about that. And you have this whole backpack full of Fs. But as you get older, your bag becomes smaller and smaller. And it gets to a point where it's just a coin purse. And you have to decide which Fs you really give an F about and which ones you need to throw away. Right? You have to make a decision on what really matters to you and what has to be someone else's fight. You only have so many Fs to give. Well, I'm not going to pull extra cards for this group because I think you don't need any more advice than you already have. I think you already know what you need to do. So it's just making the decision and taking the baby steps towards what you want to do. So your extra cards were write. It might help to write things out. Can help get your thoughts organized and maybe come to some conclusions. Retreat, and that goes along with the Hermit here. Turning inside to find what rings true to you and what does not. Shedding light on those things that may be confusing at the moment. Community, finding others that feel the same way that you do can be helpful. And height. It's kind of a funny card to come out, but the first thing that came to my mind is like at a theme park where you have to be so tall to ride this ride. And with the 9 of Wands, I'm getting that you're coming to a point where you're almost ready for this. I mean, it's not going to be much longer before you are able to really make a strong decision in this. Either way. And also that you will know exactly what it is you need to do. You're mature enough to make this decision for yourself. All right? Well, thank you, my Divine Plus group. This was really interesting. I was wondering what would come up in this, and yeah, I really liked it. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.